but now we'll start to make the trend upward into some, well, I guess the more typical July-like weather that we all know and love across the inland Northwest. Now, before the break, I'd mentioned, or at least we had mentioned, that the Midwest and the East Coast is suffering from an extreme heat wave. These are the heat advisories and warnings covering parts of 29 states to our east, and that's heat and humidity. But next week we flip-flop. They get the relief. We get the higher heat in the western U.S., and that does mean we finally see 90s in our forecast for the first time this July, for the first time this summer, believe it or not. It was actually just one day in early June that we hit 90 degrees. Since then, none. Still cool for tonight. So first thing tomorrow morning, same story, 50s and 40s in the forecast, but then 90s and even close to 100 degrees right away next week on Monday. We also have a windy Wednesday ahead of us. So here's how we start the weekend. Still cold by July standards, down to 49 in Spokane and Deer Park, 48 in Sandpoint. But that sunshine will warm us easily into the low 80s, so still a very comfortable day for Saturday. Upper 80s on Sunday, and then we're in the low to mid 90s Monday and Tuesday. Easily the hottest 2 days of next week. Small system moves through on Wednesday, so that's where we get the windy conditions. Small hit to our temperatures, but we still stay near that average line for the rest of next week after those hot couple of days. So here are those high temperatures on the hottest day. We just got an update going 100 degrees now in Moses Lake. That's where that 100-degree reading certainly is possible. Central Washington, about 92 or 93 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene to kick off next week. If you are traveling around this weekend, no exemptions from the heat at all. In fact, look at Seattle on Sunday, 86 degrees, and even 90 in Portland on Sunday. So the heat starting to push into the Pacific Northwest to kick off next week. If you're staying here at home, again, low 80s Saturday, upper 80s on Sunday. Great weather both days. Just Sunday, the warmer of the 2 days, if you will. Humidity in check. This is the one thing that we don't have to deal with. Unlike the Midwest and the East Coast, we at least stay comfortable or even just slightly humid heading into Monday, but certainly much, much better than what our friends way out east are experiencing. Their dew points are way higher. So I think we'll be able to handle that. Again, it's just our first couple 90-degree days of July. It's been a cool start, but we'll have a warmer next week. I will give this a verbal mention. If you're looking for any rain chances, there might be just enough humidity to spark something in the mountains on Monday. I didn't graphically represent that yet, but it is a possibility. And same thing with that system that comes through pretty quietly Tuesday night and into Wednesday. So I didn't want to scare anyone with any rain icons thinking it would be a washout, because it certainly isn't by any stretch of the imagination. Just a small, small possibility.